Hi everyone, Scorp here, continuing this Duelist the Roses playthrough where we're challenging ourselves to not attack with creatures. I think I'm going to give up on getting this hidden card from Mishizu because that went terribly. Also, our deck is slightly too expensive now. And I do want to kind of take out these lower deck cost opponents first. So we'll take out one of the Gravity Binds and just put in a Curse Breaker for now. And we'll change it back pretty quickly. I mean, if we drew very well, we'd probably be able to actually get it from Ishizu, but I don't think it's that worth it. I mean, it would be worth it, but Crush Card's not that strong. Also, sorry if you guys hear a fan in the background. It is unbelievably hot out. So we're just gonna shove a Gravity Bind right here, and then he's never gonna be able to come up and touch us. I'm a little worried about playing down Crayoles until he's gotten at least one Dark Hole out of his system, though. Or at least he's kind of started to lock himself. Because I don't really want to try to damage this guy down when I lose a couple Crayoles, so we'll maybe lock his board a bit first. Not very locked, but oh my. So I'm just setting down the cheap spells right now. Next turn I can play a Crayul, and then the turn after I can play another one. He does have AI that will destroy his own cards though, so the problem is I kind of just have to be a little bit quick about this. And hope he doesn't chop deck a Dark Hole here. Okay, we're good. Play a second Crayul here, and then Magical Labyrinth is probably actually just actively bad for us, so there isn't quite that much Labyrinth on these fields, but there is a decent amount. So, like, it's usually not terribly helpful to have Magical Labyrinth. But, I mean, it can slow down a little bit if you get lucky. Sometimes you just don't get lucky. If this playthrough's shown anything, it's that I'm not lucky. Well, looks like he's not doing anything, so off. That was definitely the right play last turn, not the Midnight Fiend. Oh. So anyways, I started blasting. I'm just trying to get a 3 in a row to prove to myself I can get one. That was actually a quite thematic 3 in a row there. Even though it was random, it was quite nice. So, we have 20 games played, one more for a reincarnation. I don't really know what we actually want to reincarnate anymore. Because the cards we actually want are like stall cards. Anything that says stall the game. But this field here is perfect for us. We do not care that we are boxed in. Just set up to OTK him, pretty much. Unfortunately, there's nothing he can really do to kill me. He's more of an opponent in the sense that there's no good way to kill him, so... It's a bit of a different tact. I mean, like... When you design a fight like this, it's more of a... Like, I know you can't really die as a player here, and it's not that dangerous to you, but it feels really painful to actually go and kill your opponent, so that's the kind of reason why you do a field like this. I mean, it's similar to what Clovis did for this, except Clovis made it so that the AI could actually, like, kind of win sometimes. Which I definitely understand. And this can beat you if you try to kill him, so... But since we're doing full burn, it really doesn't matter. Trying to think of things to talk about and stuff to talk about, because these are going to be relatively boring videos, since I'm literally just burning people to death, which, taken out of context, that's an absolutely horrific thing to say. Good thing these videos aren't monetized. Actually, a reminder there, use an ad blocker, please. Don't support our Google overlords. I don't make anything from these, so don't bother watching the ads. I believe this is enough damage to just end the game, so we're gonna send all this face. Maybe you'll grab some tremendous fires with this reincarnation. That way I don't even have to rely on the Cryul stuff. Yeah, this is way more than enough damage. Just deserves so much damage. I feel like if you were playing PvP with somebody, like, you have to really worry about, like, if you were playing a slow control game where people were setting up, you'd have to really worry about your opponent just playing down 2 of those and just killing you from full life. I mean, I know I'd play that. I mean, to be fair, I'd probably play super aggro, so it would never happen, but, I mean, usually I'm a control slash combo player, so, like, it would be kind of surprising. But there isn't really much combo in this game. Unless you're talking about, like, a Rurioku combo, which is just disgusting. So I think I'll go for some tremendous fires, so I'll be right back. Well, looky what I reincarnated on my, like, second try, but I went and reincarnated Fairy Meteor Crush because I figured it would be better to do a spell. Although Fairy Meteor Crush is gonna go away. Not gonna be in the deck anymore. Along with probably both of these fissures, and one of these curse breakers. Because that's going in. And all 3 of these tremendous fires. Hey, we have exactly 1,000 deck cost. That has to be good. Okay, so let's see, Keith? honestly, we're making pretty good time through these opponents. Also, right now, I don't know how many videos I'm going to actually be able to upload. There's just too many other games coming out right now. Nice, Keith. Good job on your AI. 10 out of 10. Yeah, you can have all of my summoning power. I don't really care in this deck. Oh, perfect. That was, like... There were 3 really good ones that could have taken from. But that is absolutely excellent for me. Although, I do have to still be careful of Labyrinth Tank. But I have a Gravity Bind for that, so... And we have a whole lot of burn already. Like, this is a lot of burn damage. For now, though, I'm just gonna drop a Gravity Bind. More to get it out of my hand, but also just to, like, if I have a problem, it'll go deal with it, so... Like, that Metal Dragon looks like it's trying to be a problem. Okay, well, I now have plus 500 damage on all my spells, so I'm gonna launch at least Dukazi. Like, ooh, a tremendous fire, basically. So I believe this is lethal. Oh! Good thing I used that card first. It feels a lot better to get your Ukazi counterspelled than it does your Just Desserts. But that's definitely game over. So yeah, I mean, the biggest problem we're going to have is Magic Jammers, because I didn't really give AI Goblin fans. Mainly because of how hard it is to actually get this deck to be started. I mean, once you get to a point where you have enough spells to kill people, I mean, there's no really saving the AI. I mean, at that point, you just tech in magical neutralizing force fields, and then they tech in, like, Temple of Skulls, and then you just kind of cry because this kind of challenge would be impossible against the Temple of Skulls. What are you gonna do? Put down a Gorgon's Eye? And then they have a Royal Decree, and then it's just an arms race. And I don't really support arms races. Arms races are just not good. But that's world history, and not a YouTube video on some 16th century or 15th century war in Britain, which I guess is also history. I'm going to put this over on this crush terrain. So unless he plays a green cap and attacks it, which I highly doubt, it'll be immortal on that square. Just toss down adjust desserts. So we have plus 400 damage on the field per spell. Hey, and our opponent's not doing anything. Okay, here's plus 500. I'll play down one... Oh. Oh. Okay. We're gonna kill him real quick. Okay, time for a bunch of flipping things face up in defense, and chucking spells at a guy. This reminds me of playing Freeze Mage in Hearthstone. Where was this draw when I was playing Bakura? I think my deck was just flipped upside down from them. Oops. Oh, I'll kill him next turn. I mean, it wasn't lethal last turn, so... Finish him off with the little tiny sparks. Wish these had different animations, like... that could just be one little tiny fireball. And it still would do 750 damage. Ridiculous. But even if our opponents were healing, like, we'd be able to get through them. We have enough damage in this deck. Hey, I got a 3 in a row. You know, Zera the Mant should probably have the same effect as Krybul. Should be like plus 500 damage. I mean, that still wouldn't be worth summoning from a ritual, but be a little bit thematic. We're just crushing people here. Like, when we're not getting crushed by Ishizu, I mean, this is going pretty well. This duel's completely over. This guy just doesn't attack at all, so... I have absolutely nothing to fear for this guy, so... I mean, I guess he could burn me out with Just Desserts and Ruriokus, but... We'll flip this face up, so it gets more experience. Maybe I'll actually get a leader power by the end of this. And I have to remind you guys, like, this version of the game has extremely low experience requirements. Like, it is basically a tenth of what the base game was. I can't even, like, fathom why they thought that was okay. More things in face-up defense. This is still only a first lieutenant. Well, we're not going to get anything more in our Just Desserts, but we might get more power on it. But I mean, it is going to do 1200. It's plus the 200 bonus, so 14. Oh! Ow! Good thing he did that before over Ryoku. And he replaced it with a monster, so he's not going to do that again. So that was kind of rude. I mean, do I have enough to kill him? This is 26. That looks like enough. What he gets for Just Desserts in me. As you guys can probably see, we no longer really need the Midnight Fiends because, I mean, they're just here for extra damage at this point. Since we have the Tremendous Fires and Just Desserts, we can really just do enough damage now. Even for a fiery deck, he doesn't really have anything for us. I mean, Tremendous Fires are reincarnation only, so... Same with Just Desserts. Most of the other cards that we actually want... I mean, I guess he'd have Widespreads for us, which is fun. But... yeah, I wouldn't hold my breath for a Widespread. Yada yada yada. We also have a reincarnation to do. Another one for this episode. So we're kind of just speeding through opponents, which is probably a good thing. I'm gonna go ahead and reincarnate Brain Control and be right back. Okay, first try. Got ourselves an extra Just Desserts. That's all I really cared about. We don't need red medicines, so we'll just put in another Just Desserts. Yeah, we got some Arsenal bugs, but we don't really have an insect deck leader, so not that great. So other than the getting started on this playthrough, it hasn't been too bad. Although some bad RNG has kind of killed us a couple times. Also, trying to get a card on getting that hidden card on a Shizu did not go well. Now, the thing with Kaiba is that if you go to the right, he takes forever to come attack you. Maybe I get lucky with this magical labyrinth and make it even harder for him to come get me. Reverse trap was definitely a consideration there, by the way. Oh, excellent. We got rid of a useless labyrinth square and made a useful one for ourselves. He does have the ability to heal, so I'm gonna put down Samachi. Probably not necessary, but it might actually just finish him. Considering we're gonna start launching spells here shortly. Because I think I can just kill him without the Cryol stuff with this hand, so... I might as well try, right? Like, 2 or 3 more spells and... oh, well. Speak of the Cryol. I do want to set down a Ukazi first. Have that be the first spell I launch, because I think he has Magic Jammer, if I remember right. Excellent. We have tons of burn damage in our deck, so I'm not too worried about getting a card or two Magic Jammered. I just want to have time to do it all. And he isn't really pressuring me right now, so... let's go ahead and launch a Tremendous Fire. I don't think I quite have lethal. He has 5 cards down. Which is lethal. It's so silly. A little bit of extra from the Crayola really killed him. It would have been really funny if I put him to like 100 and then he just Dian-Keto'd into a bad reaction and took 3,900 damage. Hey, Crayola got another promotion. Yeah, not a terribly hard duel. I like to think that Kaiba actually stole Joey's Red Eyes and made this deck. It's one of the reasons that I gave him the MBDs, other than it's good. Oh, skip this stuff real quick. This video, like, I originally thought that this last bit here was just going to be, all of this was going to be 2 parts, but, oh, I've kind of obliterated everyone, and this duel is going to be very easy, since, I don't think this man can do anything. Although, I might be really sad because I just leveled up my deck leader and I probably just gained plus... Oh no, it's only 400 because my leader's level 4 fiend. I don't think Samachi helps, but... I don't remember if I gave him Dian-Keto's. It's been so long since I made this. Let's see. But yeah, 1,400 point Crayolas because of increased strength, which is actually great. It even makes this deck better. It would have been really sad if you... Oh no! Well, guess we're just gonna burn them out the old-fashioned way. Well, Crayolas don't matter, so time for the 4 spells to the face, or probably more like 6. And, well, I guess we can Riryoku. Thank you, enemy. We can Riryoku the Crayola that's eternally spellbound. Goodbye, Crayola. I mean, it wasn't gonna do anything anyway, so... Phew! Okay, as long as he doesn't have a tremendous fire face down and he doesn't play it, we're good. funny thing, he probably actually has a tremendous fire face down and he just chose to not play it. Well, that was anticlimactic to say the least. It's amazing. Shizu gave me the most problems. And Bakura. But once we got this deck off the ground, I mean, it's not terrible. I mean, I would prefer to use Ruryokus in my burn plan. Or maybe some Mucus Yolks, if you're really going for this style of weak burn. I didn't want to do it because I might accidentally attack something. And then I'd be playing Immortals Leader and a whole bunch of other stuff that I didn't want to have to go farm for, so that's why I didn't go that route. But Mucus Yolk is definitely the way to go, and using a lot of crush terrain and other things to stall out your opponent. But anyways, I mean, that was this game getting actually absolutely obliterated by a burn deck. So thank you all for watching. Have a nice day.